Hey guys, I'm Cristal,
And I'm Ken, and this is Beyond the Satchel.
where we deliver more than just the mail.
Beyond the satchel, beyond the job, I'm done with my rounds. Now I'm heading for the battlegrounds. Beyond the satchel, let's take our stand. Scream our battle cry, and echo it across the land. Hey.
All right, guys, so we are back with another Women's Roundtable. I have three wonderful ladies here with me tonight, and I will go ahead and let them introduce themselves. You've seen two of them before, and we've got one new face. So actually, Shay, I'll let you kick it off.
Okay. Hi, my name is Shay Benson, but everyone affectionately calls me Shay. I'm from Branch 11, and I don't know what else I should introduce myself as, but I'm happy to be here. So thanks for the invite.
That's the most important thing right there. We're glad to have you. So Sarah's, you want to reintroduce yourselves?
Mom can go first.
All right, Mom will go first. I'm the other Sarah. I have been a letter carrier for almost 17 years. I've been a steward in the past. I've been on the letter carrier political fund team, and I'm just joining with the other Sarah and being back here on the podcast again.
Thanks for having me again. My name is Sarah Kurkowski. I am a carrier out of Highland, Illinois. I'm from Branch 155, and I have had the pleasure of going and attending multiple different classes and conferences with both Sarah Kay and Cristal, our wonderful hosts. And I have had the pleasure of being taught by Miss Shay. So that's where I'm joining us tonight. And then I'm a shop steward, Formal A, and a few different other things in my branch. But happy to be back. Thanks.
And that's how you do an introduction.
Yeah, way to show everybody up.
I should have had you guys go first. I'm sorry. And hopefully by now you know I'm Cristal, one of the co-hosts here on Beyond the Satchel. I'm also the steward for my office and a letter carrier political fund representative for my branch. And hopefully soon I'll be able to add on even more titles. So
yeah, well, and the third Sarah that's usually here, she's not here because she's at her branch meeting. But that's okay, because this group right here, we're the best class from the Leadership Academy.
We really are.
And Shay was one of our mentors, so it was really we're a great team.
One of the amazing mentors.
Definitely better than the 2024 class.
Not that we're throwing shots or anything, but
Other Sarah already did on Mic Drop Monday, so we gotta.
That's true. She dropped the gauntlet. So
I love that class so much. The leadership. We're currently doing the 2026 class.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're a great class as well. I'm not throwing any shade, but out of all of the jobs and the titles that I have within the union, I will say that being a mentor is my favorite for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that class is awesome. It was great to go through it, for sure. But you want to get into we can talk about those rallies on Sunday, our February 22nd day of action here before our contract negotiations started. They are currently day 3? Day 2?
Day 2.
Day 2. 3. Yeah.
I thought I was listening to another podcast earlier, and they were bringing up the timelines and stuff, and they said that the actual date was the 25th, but there was like pre-negotiations or something that began the 22nd, but officially it was the 25th. So I don't know.
So officially it's day 2.
Yeah. We're we're in the uphill of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's for sure.
How was your guys' rallies?
Well, okay. So again, I'm in Branch 11, Chicago. So our rally was a little bit different in the sense that, ours was indoor.
Yeah, cheater.
It was indoors. I didn't expect it. I didn't plan it. I just planned to show up. But, being an officer of this big branch, naturally there's a ton of things that I have to do to help, each event go off successfully. But so we were indoors here at our union hall, and we had, a bunch of people in the building speaking. We had a lot of media. So the point of the rallies is to get the media attention of our customers, and I think we still satisfied that even though we were indoors. We had,
Probably got more.
we had the governor was in the building, J.B. Pritzker was in the building. We had Congressman Danny Davis, the Alexi Janulius. We had so many people. The list goes on, and I apologize if I missed anyone because there were so many. And of course, we had Mac Julian and our business agent Mike Cariff speak. And while I would have loved if we had a lot more people show up, I think that it was still a really nice turnout, and I am happy with the outcome of how our rallies went.
Yeah. It looked like you had a lot of news networks out there too that were showing that going on too.
Yeah, we did. It was, I didn't, like I said, I wasn't a part of the planning, just a part of the execution, but it was a nice event.
Awesome. Sarah, how'd your guys' go? Did you guys have one, or?
We actually, so Southern Illinois branches, we teamed up with St. Louis because that's a much more metropolitan area and a much more central area for us to be able to gather in. We did the same location last year, and we had a great turnout last year. I think the temperatures definitely hindered our attendance this year, but we had very fervent carriers and support that were out there, even just passing. And earlier that morning, we actually had one of our St. Louis soccer clubs. It was one of their big tournaments this weekend. So it was right up the road from us. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get there around that time. So crowds had kind of dispersed. But the cars that we had passing in front of our rally area, it was amazing to see the support, hearing the cars honking and windows rolling down, people, videoing what we're doing and everything. It was really nice. And we actually formed in front of the St. Louis district post office down in the heart of St. Louis. So that was a lot of fun, and it was a great backdrop for it as well. Great acoustics. So our chants were really reverberated very well.
Awesome.
How about you, Sarah?
Cristal and I are from the same branch, and we were outside of the Tinley Park, Illinois post office. So we were at like one of the major intersections in the southern suburbs. And we had probably between 30 to 50 people there at any given point in time. Which for me, our branch is like about 1,500 people. So I was kind of hoping for a bigger turnout, but what we had was good because the weather was really cold. Those of us that were there were like, our fingertips were frozen, and, but, Ken was running around with a megaphone for a while. And then we had a couple other people that had it. And then Cristal and Ken had selfie sticks, and we did a Facebook Live, and, just Ken was running in and out of traffic. He's a nut.
Yeah,
But,
we had a
Playing
bunch
Frogger
of,
safely.
oh my gosh, I wanted to kick his butt because he had his stack of flyers that he was going up into the cars. It's a 4-lane street.
That's
So-
dedication.
Yeah.
We didn't have flyers, so I like that.
Well, and he had one of the other girls too joining in, and then they're both running up and down or going in between the cars, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, guys. I mean, I appreciate the spirit and the energy, but
Manny
please.
Peralta would not approve.
No, he would not.
Running, trying to build up his body so he could regain the feeling in his fingertips.
That's
Probably
true.
addicted
That's
to
true.
that
Yeah.
madness.
Yeah. But you know, he
I-
is on the safety team for Region
Exactly.
3. So
Yeah.
don't tell Aaron.
Yeah, it was it was definitely very cold, and I just kind of veer off topic a little bit. The shirts, the rally shirts, I love them.
Hmm.
However, I picked mine out from what I had worn last year, but I did not account for the weather of last year. So I had planned on wearing a pair of bib coveralls. They just happen to be like Pepto pink. And then I put the rally shirt over top before I left my house, and I'm glad I did, because I swiftly decided that was not the right look, looking like a Pepto Pink Jet Puff marshmallow on the top only.
It would have gotten
Um,
attention.
If there's one thing I aim for, so instead I went with 2 layers of pants, and that was still just not enough. But I'm very thankful for everyone that definitely did brave those temperatures with all of us.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't easy, and it was not an easy commitment.
No, because what was it, like
But-
a toasty 20 degrees with 40-mile-an-hour winds?
We had a real feel of -1
Oh,
Oh wow.
in St. Louis.
Oh wow.
It was
So-
a good time.
Look at
Well,
that one.
and after having a week of like 50s and 60s, I mean, it's like, oh,
Nature's like,
So
I'm gonna
yeah.
for you.
So Shay, tell me more about your inside rally.
So, I mean, it's crazy because normally when we have had our rallies in the past, we would, get school buses and everyone would meet here, and then we would go downtown. And I'm kind of so glad we didn't do that. I actually didn't make it to the last rally we had in my branch because I was traveling, but I went to the rally in Las Vegas with them. And, I wish we had that weather here. But I'm grateful for the indoor rally.
I had woke up that morning and I was excited to see, the different posts from around the country and everything. And I have to say it filled myself with a lot of pride, not necessarily for the party person, whatever, but I greatly appreciated Pritzker as our governor showing up and showing out, especially in St. Louis. I really appreciated that support from that kind of political front. So I was really excited for Branch 11 to have him. I didn't see Denny Davis or our Secretary of State, Alexis Janulius, but
oh, he was at Branch 11, wasn't he? Alexi Janulius? Yeah.
yeah, she
Yeah.
had said that. I didn't see coverage of him, but I saw Pritzker, and
Mhm.
I was really proud of that,
Yeah.
for our union being able to get such such a candidate, to a local rally.
Heck yeah.
Especially since Region 3 covers such a large area. I was really excited for you guys.
No, it was nice to see. And it's not just for us, it's for all of us. It's for every letter carrier. So that's the important part, that we got the attention that we need, in light of our upcoming negotiations. So
Yeah.
or
I feel like we were really supported in Southern Illinois with that. So yes, thank you.
Yeah. Did you guys have like big news channels out to cover your rally or anything, or?
We had sent out a few media releases to some of our local stations. However, I think they were busy getting the edits and stuff done from the soccer stadium events that morning. So I'm not going to fault them on anything. But I believe it was also out of my hands. So I do not know of any particulars that were sent out, but they, St. Louis branch, excuse me, they have a great connection with that area and the media in that area. So I'm sure that they extended, and things happen. But I felt we ended up had a great representation for the turnout that we did.
Good.
Yeah, we had tried to reach out to a few different news media to get some coverage. We posted some stuff on Facebook just to be like, hey, this is going on, just so you know.
I think they all went to Branch 11 because
Yeah.
they were indoor.
Oh, for sure.
Funny things. They're not like us. And then have you ever noticed, as we endure all of the temperatures, the cold, but like it's something about being in your regular people clothes and being in the cold, it's not the same.
No, it's not. Mm-mm.
And at last year's rally, we were told, hey, don't show up in uniform, don't wear postal things, anything like that. And I don't think I've ever wanted my winter snow pants more.
Right?
Like,
or my big parka.
I can't have my Pepto paint coveralls. Can I please have my wear pants?
So crazy. I went skiing once and I saw someone wearing those postal snow pants, the winter pants, like even going skiing.
The stitching may not hold up, but that insulation does.
Well, for $300, it should keep you warm.
Probably more than that.
So what was your guys' favorite rally? We're not going to get polarized on the uniform allowance.
I mean, we could if you really wanted to, but
yeah, we could go down that route.
But let's do this first.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Because I have some feelings.
Oh, I'm sure we all do.
Did you guys happen to have a favorite rally chant? I know mine for how it was being presented. It was first class postage, first class pay. And I really thought that resonated.
Ours was 1.3 is not for me. I think that was our big one.
Yeah, and then door to door, we deserve more. That was my favorite.
I like all of those, but I would say from our rally, we had a funniest chant, and that was 48, 48, and that was the Pritzker.
Oh.
That was the funniest one, but no. I adore the chants though, just because I like to yell.
Yeah.
Well, Ken had a whole sheet that he had printed up, and he kept going over, okay, what's the next one? What's the next one?
That's
just kept running up and down Harlem Avenue.
That's called prepared.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
He knew his lines. He knew his lines.
He was ready for this. Yeah.
No, me and Ken were pretty involved in trying to get a lot of that together. As far as we tried to reach out to some politicians to come out to the rally, but definitely I think the weather for sure kind of played a part in not really being able to get that kind of attendance we were hoping for. So is there anything that you guys can think of that might help in the future, maybe getting more people out besides, you know, fixing the weather? Um, like even like for me, I think more time for sure would have helped a lot as far as trying to get in contact with the media, politicians, getting the word out, and being able to plan for better locations. But what was your guys' experience with that? Or what are your thoughts on that?
That was some of the feedback that I actually received. A lot of people felt like it was so last minute to throw this together. Um, that's what I've heard from some of the other branches. But, I'm not going to say that I have ideas, but I think that it's important to kind of brainstorm on how we can best reach our members today, like, especially the younger members,
Yeah.
because we have to educate them and get them to understand why it is that we do what we do. So I want us in my branch, we're supposed to be starting an organizing committee, and that's what I would like for that organizing committee to do, to brainstorm on ideas on how we can, meet our people where they are and get them to understand that we need each other. We have to be united in all fronts so that we can have the best chance of success. But I don't have any of those ideas right now, but
But that's a great point, because like at our rally, it was half retirees, and then the rest of us have been around for like, I think 6, 7, 8 years. Ken was, I think, the newest one out there, and that he's got 4 or 5 years in. People who are in Sarah and Cristal's generation are harder to reach. I just noticed it, like when I was hired, it was we weren't really told about when the union meetings were, and when we'd ask questions, it would be, oh, we'll come out to the union meeting and find out. And we're like, well, when are they? And how come nobody reminds us when they're going to be, and all that stuff. And I think that's a big key, because I did find out, through the Leadership Academy stuff, that when we were advertising the events that we had to plan and posting them on our branch Facebook page, attendance to the meeting actually went up. So I think that it helps, but not enough of our branch members are on the Facebook group, so we can only reach that small subset. So there has to be another way to be able to reach them all.
Yeah. That's why, well, that's a part of the reason too why we started doing the Letter Carrier Political Fund on the go. We don't get enough members at these meetings to keep just going after these same people that show up at every meeting, do the same little, the same little dance that we do every time. And, we need to be able to figure out a way to reach those places that we don't have a lot of people coming to the meetings, or the places that they don't really have representation in the office. So they don't have a steward, or they don't have a very involved steward to kind of spread that message in there. So I mean, I feel like those are kind of the offices that really are going to be the a good target. I shouldn't say target, but it feels like they're almost underrepresented because they're smaller, they're more on, they just don't get the information.
yeah, and I think it's really important as, a branch leader, when you're able to identify, like, hey, they're feeling like they're on a remote island here. Like, let's give them some attention. Like, let's go see them, you know?
Actually, during leadership, Cristal had said how much success she has had with attendance after she had begun her Zoom option. And that was something that I was really hoping to bring forth to my branch, because I had carriers in my office alone, which, mind you, I have 6 city routes in my office. So I'm a baby office. I am a spoiled office. And they said, yeah, I have kids, my wife, my husband, I have other things that I have to do. If there was a Zoom option, I would love to attend that. And bringing that up to my executive board and everything, I would get a lot of pushback, saying, well, we don't have someone to do this, we don't have someone to do that. And then when I would try to ask, say, hey, is there any volunteers that would want to help implement this? They said, oh no, but if you get it started, let us know. We would love to do it. Like, we would love to participate in it. We just don't want to help coordinate it. So it died out very quickly. And it's unfortunate, because I feel like that would be something that is very beneficial to the younger carriers in my branch. However, being one of the older younger carriers of my branch, there's not a lot of others to help assist in that. It's either they have family, they have outside obligations, whether that be excuse me, leisure, or whatever. Your time off is your time off. It's just unfortunate, because some of the younger ones they're like, well, we pay, that's about all we have to do. And it's trying to get them to realize that, no, you're not just a payment to an account. You are an opinion that matters. You are a voice that needs to be heard, and you are a perspective that we want to know. And trying to get that across to old versus young is day and night's difference. So,
Well, you're the vice president now, right?
yes,
Of your
ma'am.
branch. Okay, so like at our meeting, excuse me, our vice president pretty much just sits next to the podium. He doesn't have any responsibilities during the meeting. So that is pretty much his responsibility, is to man the laptop that records the Zoom meeting. So he's in charge of making sure that the people who are trying to log in are actual branch members.
Mm-hmm.
And then he turns takes the laptop and turns everything around so you can see what's going on. And but that's kind of how, and it seems to be working in that respect, because he didn't have a lot of responsibilities, because you've got the secretary and then our president's at the podium, so this gave him something to do. So
Okay.
And since you're the younger, more technically advanced person, probably in your branch, just to say it nicely, that could be something. I mean,
Yeah, and so we at my monthly meetings, we sit at a large long table. I sit next to my president, and normally we will start off with the pledge, and then I will say a prayer, and then we go into the meetings and everything else. So I kind of follow along and take notes along as the secretary takes their own notes as well. And I've always thought that setting my laptop up in that sense would kind of work pretty well. So maybe I'll end up reapproach this with my president tomorrow, because he's been on pain meds for procedure. So maybe I might have some luck.
Started doing our meetings, hybrid, like a virtual option, during, the pandemic. And it's something that we realized a lot of the members do like. I don't think we see as many log on to Zoom as we have in the past, but it's an option, if they want to get the information. And one thing that sucks when you have these really great ideas is that you're responsible for implementing them. So,
And I've always kind of wondered how my branch kind of handled the meetings during COVID and everything, if they did implement any kind of Zoom meetings or anything, but I've never been told yes. It's just kind of felt like if they're able to come to the monthly meetings in person, with the masks and everything, that's what they did. So I haven't really been told that they've tried other options previously. So
Okay. Yeah, and when we started this, having the virtual option with Zoom, I also was able to pass that stewards would get credit as being in attendance if they were on Zoom. I I really thought that maybe more stewards would be getting on and so that because they'd get that credit and trying to get that information. And it still is hit or miss. It's like I don't know what else to do to get you to want this information, and this is kind of important as you're the steward. You're the union representation on that workroom floor. You should know this. Like I yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know any more incentive to give you. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
it is unfortunate, but I mean, I don't want to say I'm happy that we're not alone, but we share the same struggles. The only thing I could say is, not to give up on our people.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely
no,
not.
no.
I wouldn't be doing this if I was ready to give up and just roll over and accept it.
Oh God. I think I'm too stubborn to even be able to do it anyway. I think we're all just naturally born with something that we're just not allowed to. Or maybe it's the braid. Who knows?
I noticed the same last time you guys were both wearing headbands, you and Cristal, and now this time you guys have the braid over the shoulder.
Great minds think alike.
I feel left out because I don't have enough hair anymore. I cut it all off. I can't.
So did you guys all, if it's okay to kind of switch topics with everyone,
Yeah.
did you guys watch the opening statements that Renfroe posted yesterday?
I did. Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Well, my opinion was that I've always thought Renfroe was a great speaker. He's very well spoken. And the stuff he's had to say, I mean, it sounded good. It was great to hear that, and kind of gives me some cautious optimism as far as how it's going to go this time. I'm still not sure how I feel about it, just because of the history with the last contract. It still leaves a really bad taste in my mouth after that. But I want to believe that we're gonna get better things this time around, but we will see. So, but yeah, I mean, it sounded good. It really did.
What about you, Shay?
I share the same sentiment. I thought it sounded really good. I think it's really clear that, a lot of the negative feedback that Renfroe, received, I think that he's smart enough to say, hey, this is what the people want, which is how it should be, right? Because we're a union and we're here doing the work and we want to have an input on, our contract. But I mean, one of the things that I was really pleased with, because when I was in National Leadership Academy, as I know you all will be, I was in class 28, the Great 28. And in the National Leadership Academy, Renfroe comes out and he has a segment called Ask Me Anything. And so the question that I asked him was, what are we going to do about compliance? Because we file a ridiculous amount of grievances just regarding compliance. Like, what good is having a contract if we can't get management to follow it, not even a little bit? And then they fight us so much on our grievance process. The dispute resolution process is so broken, it's disheartening. And everyone, you know, that handles grievances in my branch, we're all so battle fatigued. You know, I was really pleased to hear him talk about the compliance aspect. And, you know, I don't think that the Postal Service really was hearing them, right? Because they're doing all of these things to try to, in light of what was found in the OIG report about how much money they're spending on contract compliance. I mean, silly bird, silly goose. If you just comply, you wouldn't have to pay a dime.
Well, you know, it's that darn Chicago branch that keeps sucking all that money. I mean,
Yes, and it's not even just he was getting more money than the letter carriers. I mean, I think it's more of them, but no, it's for sure the Chicago carriers.
Like you said, they just saving.
Demonstrates how much they violate us. You know, compliance is free, and so that's that question. At Leadership Academy, his answer then was, you know, just file the grievance. Okay, well now filing a grievance, they sit there for a year before they have any movement. So I was glad to hear him, you know, speak on compliance. So that, you know, I'm optimistic, but that's actually one of my like kind of toxic traits is that I'm always hopefully optimistic, and you know I get let down a lot, but I don't let it stop me.
yeah, you always got a smile on your face.
Yeah, my mom forced me to do that because I used to have, I think I might have started the term RBF.
Founding mother.
No.
What about you, Sarah? What do you think?
You know what? I was talking to I think I was talking to Cristal about this a couple days, like earlier, not a couple days ago, earlier.
Feels like a couple days.
It does, because I talk to you and Ken all the time. But I feel like we expect way more out of President Renfroe than we expected out of other presidents from like previously, because of all of the podcasts and because of all the attention that and the accessibility to all of the information that we have now. And I'm thankful, especially, you know, to Corey Walton, who started the whole podcast movement with the Postal Service. Not podcasts in general, but with the Postal Service. And at the same time, if you go back and you compare what Brian Renfroe has gotten us to what past presidents have gotten us, he really didn't do bad, comparatively speaking. But because we went through the pandemic and inflation just skyrocketed, and it wasn't enough to get the standard 1.3, 1.4. That wasn't enough because we can't afford to support ourselves. I mean, you know, I support myself. I pay all the bills in my house, you know, and I make it paycheck to paycheck with just a little tiny bit left over. But you know, I'm comfortable. I have a roof over my head, but in the grand scheme of things, we're doing great. But in comparison to other industries, I don't think that if I had to support kids, I would be able to do that on this salary and be comfortable. You know, I really don't. Did you have some thoughts, Sarah?
I also have some thoughts.
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, your dog, you got a big dog, probably expensive to feed.
Yeah, he probably eats more than you do.
He may require a 4-pound thing of peanut butter a month, but that's just because he gets Kongs daily. He's not. Anywho, this is my second round, second time being here with the Postal Service during contract negotiations. This is my second union job. My first union job left a terrible resonance with me. So I was very hesitant to join a union again once I started with the Postal Service. And then I realized the vast difference between the union I was with prior and the union I am with now. And since then, I have, excuse me, figuratively and almost literally dove headfirst into it all. I started out as a steward, and I have just put my little fingers into anything that I can. And I fell in love with being a steward, and being passionate about representing my contract to the carriers around me that do not feel like they are properly represented nationally. So after seeing his opening statements last night compared to last year's, I was very impressed. As all of you ladies have mentioned, he's a very smooth talker, and counterparts, anyone and everybody that you talk to, they will say he is very well with his words. However, last year we had a lot of animosity going into the contract negotiations, or not even going into, but what we were hoping to finish. We went a long time, and even all that smooth as molasses words, it didn't satisfy or satiate what the actual need is for the carriers. Seeing his opening statements last night, it gave me a little bit more hope for this round. He seemed put together. He seemed cognizant, and attentive of what we were asking for last year, even though we voted down that tentative agreement last year substantially. He seemed to have taken that into consideration with this round. And whether that is due to him genuinely caring and being present in this current round of negotiations, or fearful that he may be getting voted out this August. It gave me a lot of pause to consider all the candidates. Even if it is just opening statements, I was very impressed. I would like to say, though, I really appreciated our business agent's release of what he would present for contract negotiation opening arguments. And I don't know if there was some notes taken during the day or something, but they seemed to... Shay seems to pick up what I'm putting down.
I picked up what you put. Unfortunately, I did not catch the entirety of our business agents, but the beginning of it, and I know it was good because I know.
It really was. It really was. And like I said, Mike's was released and recorded and presented to us beforehand, before what was released by NALC. So I am not saying by any means whatsoever that they're... What I'm saying is I recognize a lot of similarities, but I do appreciate our business agent coming out in force and stating what he would request. And I thought his statement was very strong, very to the point, and he's not known to be a maestro of words and everything. So not being known as a smooth talker, I absolutely loved how Mike put forth what he thought would be substantial. I really appreciated it.
Now, so what do you guys think about as far as more transparency with these negotiations this time around? Do you think there's going to be more transparency like we've kind of been promised, since it was brought to our attention previously? Or do you think it's going to be kind of the same ride that we went on last time? What do you guys think on that?
Oh, I think there's going to be a noticeable difference from the last negotiations. Like I said, I think that Renfroe has taken notes, and whatever the reasons are why things are different, I think that they will be different. That's just what I'm thinking.
That's all you can do is, you have what you think and you work with what you got and do the best you can with it.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I could be right.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't believe he has any other choice to be anything but transparent, especially since we ended up past those help me out. We passed those
The resolutions.
thank you. We passed those resolutions at the last national convention. So seeing as how those were passed at the last convention and not really followed through with, I would hope that with this round he takes those resolutions into consideration at a much more in a much more depthly manner this time around.
Yeah, I mean that would absolutely boost my faith in what we're going to be able to get too. I want to know, okay, what exactly are we asking for? What step are we at? What are we doing?
Yeah. Now I was on a telecon earlier today, and I'm not gonna say who said things, but I did hear that there was some slight consensus that they believe that we'll probably end up in arbitration again. That there might not, even though we're going in and we have our expectations that we should probably add arbitration to our list of expectations, because they don't think that we're going to be able to come to an agreement within the time frame. And I'm hoping President Renfroe has been listening. It sounds like he's been listening to what everybody has been saying, and that as soon as he follows the timeline, that we're not left hanging for 2 years again.
Yeah. Well, and I hope it is an actual arbitration and not just this mediation thing again. That I might be able to accept. But with it being the mediation last year after we had dramatically turned down this contract. Historic. Yeah, that was the historic part of that contract. We turned it down. But like I might have been able to absorb that a little bit better. But yeah, no, the thing settling at the mediation and doing just focusing on that one part, that's really what left the sour taste in my mouth for sure.
And backing up what Sarah had to say, it definitely is something that we want to end up be cognizant of, because it seemed like there was a roundabout, not admittance, acknowledgement of the mediation from last year. So I don't want to put my eggs in too many baskets. I don't want to count them before they hatch. We all know the old adage. But I would like to see something better of him this time.
Yeah.
Well, and maybe that one, the last time, he learned better what to expect out of the negotiations. Maybe I'm just
I'm
maybe
sorry, my face.
I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to really
I know
Worse
it,
because it was his first time leading them, but it wasn't his first time being in the room. I think that what he's learned is that the members that he represents aren't just willing to accept whatever the hell you bring. Like we we work hard and we deserve to see, that reflected and what we get at the table.
Well,
Yeah.
and the fact that we have people chomping at the bit that seem so militant and ready to take over if things don't go, the right way, and that we have the elections coming up in Los Angeles in August. I think it's going to light a fire. Whether it comes out good or it comes out bad, I think it's gonna
Something's
resolve
gonna
itself.
there needs
Yeah.
to be some kind of ignition point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it won't look like the last time. It's gonna look different.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Did any of you guys attend the Zoom meeting with Next Generation Carriers last week with Renfroe?
I watched it
attend that?
on the
You watched it?
I watched the
I didn't
recording.
make
Yeah.
it to get watching it yet.
Yeah.
Okay. I watched it. I attended from start to end. Again, Renfroe was a smooth talker. I really did appreciate, though, a little bit more openness regarding scheduling, timeliness, rumors. He did address some rumors as well.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that. And again, with the circumstances that surrounded last year and the beginning of contract negotiations and everything, I am more than willing to forgive someone's past and look, people can learn from their past. And I hope that the lessons that were learned and presented to President Renfroe, he has learned, he has brought forth everything that has happened and can execute this next contract with cognizance, dignity, and respect to the craft.
Yeah.
That's the hope. Yeah. So we're approaching the hour mark. Do you guys have anything else that you would like to add on? No?
Shay, it was lovely seeing you again since Academy.
No, it was good seeing you. I wasn't knowing what I should be expecting. And then now that I see all the Sarahs, it makes a lot of sense.
Well, there's normally another Sarah too, so
Yeah.
I get it.
Fourth.
I've just been, so busy lately. And like I expressed earlier, just kind of feeling battle fatigued from everything that we've been facing. And every day is something new, right? So, the only thing I want to leave you all with is, make sure that you are taking care of yourselves. As women, we have so many hats that we carry, like, just apart from our union leadership, and I wear a lot of hats in union leadership.
Yeah, you do.
At the end of the day, I still have a family that I have to go home to and take care of as well. And, oftentimes, I don't put myself first. I actually tend to put myself last. And that has left me with quite a dry cup, kind of a burnout that I'm taking steps to improve. So make sure that you are taking care of yourself.
Yep.
Please. I'm doing so. I'm going on a trip. My birthday
Oh,
is actually
hooray!
vacation is going to be a trip. I'm going to, be offline, basically unreachable for the most part.
Yes.
Just to get this reset so I can come back re-energized and ready to continue the fight because it's important and they need people like us in the fight.
Man, that's awesome. Good for you. Because we talked about that when we were at the academy, like a month or so ago. Yeah.
We can't fill up other cups if ours is empty.
Yeah.
Oh, I try and I was still doing it, but now I'm like, I must replenish.
Now you guys have a women's event coming up at your
We-
branch.
We do. It's March 8th, right? Yeah, March 8th, we're having a Women's Day. It's the third year that we've done it just to celebrate, women. It's going to be a Western theme this year. That's different. But I'll just be coming back into the country, so I'll be there. So I'm looking forward to that to see how it is. I love, the camaraderie and just seeing everyone together and, you break bread and, there's awards presented. I know at the first Women's Day event that we had in 2024, I was the first recipient of Branch 11's Shining Star Award.
Oh, yay.
Myself, but so I'm looking forward to seeing who's gonna be the shining star this year.
What can you expand on what that is? What is your Women's Day? I love that. Please fill me in. I haven't heard of it.
So it was just an event, in Branch 11 we have our first ever woman president. And this was kind of like, her brainchild, something that she wanted to do to honor the women of our branch, of our union, of, the labor movement in general, because it's not just, NALC members that are there. So this was her brainchild, and I love to see how it's turned out. It's a beautiful event. Like, we have the hall here, and I think you can RSVP to attend. I know you're really far, Sarah, but if you call down to the branch, if you are going to be in the area, would love to see you there.
So it's not just the NALC, but like teachers union.
I think we'll have some teachers in the building. So, it's our event, but the invitation has been extended to, others, and I'm extending it to you if you want to come. You just got to call me.
Well, thank you. No, I love that.
Yeah. It's just a nice event. Have breakfast, some mimosas, and
Okay.
the program. So.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Cool. I was going to actually ask you about that anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No, so I saw you posted that on the Region 3 Facebook page, and or not, maybe you didn't post it, but someone posted up there.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about I might be
actually
heading out
haven't
there.
I think
I'll
it
have
was
to
the
go-
other
I'll have to go
Sarah.
stalk
The
the
other
page.
Sarah posted it. The one that's not here.
Okay.
Sarah C.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
she's Sarah J.
How do you? Okay.
Sarah-
Sarah,
Oh, okay. Sorry, wrong
Sarah-
consonant.
Sarah P and Sarah K. I like it.
Oh, trust
We're
me,
like
it's a lot
we're
of
like the
fun
men in
when we're all
black.
here.
We've got J and K, and
I just can't get away from a Sarah. I have a friend, Sarah. She was in the delivery room when I had my kid. So I love me a Sarah.
we're a great bunch of people. I'm telling you.
My sister-in-law's name is Sarah.
Oh, jeepers.
Mhm. My twin's wife is named Sarah.
I noticed that, and it throws me for a loop sometimes.
Sarah with an H because that matters apparently.
We're both Sarah M.H's.
Oh wow.
It's a great time.
Oh
So,
boy.
are you going to ask the question?
Well, of course.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, Shay, what do you do beyond the satchel? I know obviously you do a lot of, you got your union positions. all the hats you wear, but when you're relaxing, just trying to kick back, what do you do?
Well, I like to do what I'm gonna do this weekend, which is to travel. But mostly, like I told you, I've been really bad at, pouring into myself. So I plan on doing that a lot more. Usually everything's about, everyone around me that I love, like my kid who just started softball and now she needs all of this, but I do like to travel and I'm looking forward to doing more of that this year.
3 places, where would you like to travel?
Oh, I mean, so the thing that I really want to do is visit every country that's on my ancestry DNA. Now, it's a ton of countries, let's be clear.
Okay.
But I would say my ultimate destination that I have to visit, I definitely want to go to Greece, even though that's not on my list. What's on my list, I want to go to Cuba, but I think that's going to be harder than ever now.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
Might run into some difficulties.
Yeah. And of course, my daughter is going to South Africa this June. I've been struggling paying for that, but I would also like to go to Africa as well. So, I mean, I don't have a particular country that I must see first, but I want to visit a few countries in Africa. So,
Okay. Why don't you guys too, Sarah and Sarah, what else you want to list us? Give me something else that you do beyond the satchel that you haven't brought up yet.
I can't do that, but I'll follow off Shay. My top 3 places I would love to travel: Ireland, Australia, and someplace with good music.
Oh, there you go.
yeah, I think Australia is a really safe country. So that's been recently added to my list too. But Ireland is actually on the list where I must visit on my ancestry.
Aha!
There you go. No, for me, I actually, the bucket list item is Casey, Illinois, where they have like the world's largest mailbox and the world's largest rocking chair and all that. I want to go there. Mike Scheib, who was another one of our mentors, he went there this summer and I was extremely jealous. So I want to get down there. I want to go back to Las Vegas, not to gamble, but I love to just walk around and watch people and see the shows and stuff. And then obviously we're going to be in LA, so we have to do the Disneyland thing. And we have the room.
Trust me. I still have the text message groups. I'm not ignoring them.
And then, Orlando is my favorite Universal destination for like Universal Studios and Cristal. They're going to have Pokemon Land and Sarah Mae in 27 or 28. It's supposed to be done. So Pokemon Land.
All right.
I've got my niece and nephew playing Pokemon Go with me whenever I go over to see them. And I'm like, hey, me and your mom need to talk. Let me pull up Pokemon. Let's see if anyone's awake right now. I'll turn on an incense. My nephew was so cute. He was trying to hatch an egg for me. And he's like, how do it? I'm like, oh, you have to walk. He's like, I run the hallway. Yeah, buddy. You run that hallway. Take Aunt Sarah's phone, hold on to the little thing, and you just run. I hatched the egg after I got home.
Nice.
He did such good work.
I told you how I do it, right? I just clip it to my visor in my mail truck and I just drive and
stick it in. As long as you go under 23.
Yes, ma'am.
I did not do that at the postal service. I learned that on the ambulance.
Oh.
I
didn't know ambulances went that slow.
They do.
Okay.
They do. They
do when you drive that slow.
They idle. They idle at like 17. It's a high rev. It's been a pleasure speaking with you ladies again this evening. Thank you so much for having me on tonight, but I am going to have to end up head off. I got to end up get that dog walked.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, he's going to be jumping in your face and licking you again.
I ain't sleeping with any Hoosier. Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for joining
Shay,
us.
thanks for joining the Sarahs and the Cristal.
It's been a
Have
while.
a great rest of your week, ladies, and
All
enjoy
right.
your travels, Shay.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Happy
See you
birthday,
guys.
too.
Thank you.
Beyond the satchel, beyond